Hey guys, hi, how are you? It is Wednesday at 3 p.m. today. That means it's coffee chat time. And I'm Catherine Oster. For any of you who may not know me, I am a certified facilitator of Access Consciousness or with Access or whatever you want to call it. I facilitate Access Consciousness classes. And what Access Consciousness is this really amazing, brilliant set of tools that you can use in your life to change or have anything. And a lot of the topics that I talk about on this coffee chat are how I use the tools in my life, how I've experienced them, and yeah. Oh, I got a viewer. Okay, I'm not seeing who you are, but if you could type a comment for me and say hi, that would be amazing. I want to see. And hopefully the comments work today. Sometimes they don't always with Facebook Live. They can be really funny. Um, okay, so today I want to talk to you guys about competition. The truth about competition is that it is not real. So I just had hosted, we called it, oh, hi, Rhea. Hey, you. I called it Maggie. Hi. I'm going to be totally distracted with everybody commenting now. Hi, guys. So I hosted and, put on an event called Equestrian Extravaganza this past weekend. And this event, it first happened last year, and I work with three other ladies, Barb Fox, Shauna Edwards, and Kristen Hughes this year, to put on an event for horse people and offer them like all different kinds of things. And so during the event, I looked after dressage lessons. So I coached the dressage portion of the event. Hey, Carol. And Shauna Edwards came and offered flag work training, which is for cutting horses, something totally different. And it's really fun. And Barb comes and Barb does groundwork and liberty sessions with your horse. And then on Friday night, each of us did demo sessions. So we demonstrated what we do with our own horses and why we do it and kind of some explanation. And we also included my friend Kristen Hughes because she's learning about straightness training. And so what was really clear to me after that weekend is that all of us, the four of us, what we create together, we do it from the space of generosity of spirit and no competition. So, what it creates is this really fun environment for people to come and ask questions about their horses and to not be judged as right or wrong, but to get more information to better their relationship with their horse. So it's interesting because I'm not the only person in the area, obviously, who teaches riding lessons or who does bars classes. There's other bars facilitators. And in the beginning, I used to let that stop me. Like, I actually really did that with becoming a bars facilitator. I didn't choose to become a bars facilitator because I was like, well, there's so many of them around, who would come to a bars class with me when there's all these other facilitators having bars classes. Now I laugh because that's not actually really true. There's not a lot of bars classes that happen in this area. But I was doing a form of competition where I wasn't even willing to get in the race, so to speak. I was totally just taking myself out and not acknowledging the gift that I be that other people don't be. So, and then competition can happen amongst riding instructors, like, oh, well, she's taking lessons with me, and no, you're not allowed to go have lessons with other people. Like, being really that energy with your clients where you want to hang on to them and you think that you're controlling them, and if you go and have a lesson with somebody else, well, that means that I'm not good enough, so I'm going to judge myself, and they must be better, and I've lost, like, all of that is such a lie, and it's so made up. What's really true is that each one of us, and I'm going to say each one of us in terms of, well, whatever, each one of us, we all have different energies available for us that we can be that other people can't be. Every single person has a different experience in their life or had experiences in their life that other people have never had before. So that gives them different information in a different way that they can then gift to their clients in a writing lesson or a bar session or whatever class. Yeah, and I never acknowledged that about myself until I started taking these access classes and we started talking about competition and generosity of spirit. Maggie, working to get, yeah, I've been asking about the kingdom of we and your experience. Oh my God. Thank you, Maggie. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So that's so cool. I'm so excited. Okay. So acknowledging that you have information, you have experiences that those other riding instructors or those other bars facilitators do not have. So you have a different capacity and gift available to you than other people. Hey, Cindy. And so once I started realizing that totally just changed the game for me, because I actually want, at the end of the day, any client of mine that comes to a session, any client that comes for a writing lesson, I desire the best possible thing to become available to them. And if they're choosing me to contribute to them along the way of their journey, either in a writing lesson or a bar session, I'm just damn grateful that they chose me. And I know that there's going to be other people along their journey that's going to support them in a different way than I can. And it's so clear, to me, it was so clear with the four of us on the weekend. Like, Barb has trained herself in groundwork and liberty in more ways than I have. And so she can explain things differently. And with Shauna and what she knows about cow horses and cattle and working cattle with horses and working the flag is like, I don't know anything about that. And I'm not from the space of that I'm less than or that I'm judging myself for not knowing. It's just, I actually don't know. And so I want to learn from these ladies too. And they don't know things about dressage that I know. And so I want to share that information with them. And so these people can come for the weekend and they can experience and gain knowledge from all different aspects. And whether they continue on and have lessons with each one of us, however that works for them, I'm just damn happy that they showed up. And I really sense that all of them are really grateful for the whole weekend and what it actually creates for each person, each participant that came, and their horse and their future and the knowledge that it gained. Like that, I love working, and that makes me really happy. And it made the whole weekend so much fun and so much easy. And so easy to be with everybody because there was no sense of competition at all. And like, you know, there was a couple people who didn't do the dressage, and that's fine. Like, you know, but nobody was like, oh my God, they're going to choose your session and not choose mine. Or, oh my God, well, I must not be good enough because they didn't choose me too. No, it's not that at all. It's actually like, maybe it just wasn't required, or, you know, so it was so amazing. And I had so much fun, and I'm so happy to have these ladies play with me, not only in that industry. I mean, they also play in access too. One of them is a bars facilitator, and Barb and I have created access classes together, and it's been really great. And, but yeah, so if you notice somebody doing competition with you, it's probably going to not be fun and easy, and it's going to be really hard, and you're going to find yourself judging yourself a lot. So it kind of takes us back to that conversation of where you are. So those judgments that you're having in your head when you're with somebody else, is that even yours, or is it theirs? Are they judging themselves against you? And or are they projecting onto you those judgments? And so that's the first clue. If you're working with somebody and it's not easy and there's not a lot of space to it, and you notice that you're judging yourself a lot, probably they're doing competition with you. And that's okay, because that's actually normal. Like, that's very much all around us all the time. It's normal. And it's just when you can acknowledge, though, what's happening. Oh, Catherine told me on this coffee chat video that if I notice these things, it's probably because this person's doing competition with me. So, truth, are they doing competition? Yes or no? Yes. Okay, cool. Well, I'm just going to acknowledge that that's where they're functioning from. And it's like, how much space can I just be to be me here? You know, not buying any of those judgments that are showing up in your head as yours, because they're not, they're probably the other person's. And just start wondering how much fun you can have. And then ask yourself this question of, like, does it actually work for me to work with this person? Like, if you're, so there's a couple of things. So if you are, you know, just in conversation with somebody and you're feeling weird and you're talking about your business and they're talking about their business and you just feel really weird and heavy and judgmental, probably they're doing competition with you, and just acknowledge it and carry on. But if you actually are working on a project or an event together with somebody and you would like to change that energy for yourself, what you can do is just like totally expand out and ask, like, what's possible beyond the competition here? What's possible beyond the competition here, and what actually works for me? And another question is, can I actually change this with this person? And if you get a no, then you have a choice. You don't have to continue to work with them if they're going to keep doing that and it's not going to be easy for you. You can choose and just say, hey, you know what? Actually, this event doesn't really work for me. You know, this just isn't working for me. So I'm sorry, but this doesn't work for me. That's all you have to say. And then you can choose something different. There's a couple of questions you can ask. So if somebody asks you to do an event with them or to work with them or to create a class with them or to do a project with them, will it be easy? Yes or no? Will it be fun? Yes or no? Will I learn something? Yes or no? And will they be grateful after? Yes or no? And will I be grateful after? Yes or no? Those are some questions you can ask about other people when you're working with them. And honestly, if I don't get a yes to all those questions, I don't usually choose it. Because it's just not going to be easy and it's not going to be fun. And those are, like, I don't want to have a hardworking life that's not easy anymore. The more ease and joy that I have in my life, the more fun it is for me. And so that's what my life is about. And that's what I'm choosing. And where else was I going to go with this? Oh yeah, and if other people are, it's really funny because I really notice it in riding lessons. Like, people will come and they'll have some lessons, and then like they'll actually maybe ask me if they can have if they should go to this other lesson with this other coach or go to a different riding clinic. And I'm always like, yes, like go, like the more experience you get with different people. And if that is calling to you at all, there's something there for you. I can't tell you what that is, but absolutely you should go. I take riding lessons with different coaches, and what each one brings to the table for me is something different, and it grows and develops me and my horse in different ways. And so, yeah. And the other thing with going back to the weekend that we just had with the 4 ladies, like, none of us was wrong. We have different ideas about things. And when you are totally out of that energy of judgment, then you can actually hear what other people say and contribute. A really cool example was like yesterday, I had a lady come for a riding lesson, and then I had Shauna was here working on horses, and she had a massage with her horse with Shauna after she had a riding lesson with me, and then her horse wouldn't load in the trailer. She was just, there was some stuff going on and she just didn't want to get in. And so I took the horse and tried a couple of times and it didn't work. And then Shauna was like, oh, hey, why don't we try this idea? So Shauna had her trailer there, different kind of trailer, more space. It was a little bit lower to the ground. And she took the horse and the horse loaded into Shauna's trailer. And then Shauna took the horse and loaded her into my friend's trailer. And it was fine. But so she had a different point of view to bring to the table that changed something for that horse. So I'm not wrong by any means because I didn't get the horse to load, but Shauna invited us all to a different possibility. So it's just really cool. And I just wanted to tell you guys about that. And going back even further to the beginning of the coffee chat, I have chosen, as you know, to become a bars facilitator. I've also chosen to become a certified facilitator. And that silly little thing I was telling myself that, well, there's so many bars facilitators, and that was such a crock of horse shit. And the truth is, I am the only Catherine Oster bars facilitator, and you are the only person of you that you do what you do. And for what reason would you not offer what you know and the energy that you be to the world and invite people to have that too and pay you for it? That's the other really cool thing, is you get paid for it. If you're willing to ask for money, that's a whole other conversation. But yeah, so, and then after a couple of bars classes, I did have a lady come to a class, and after the class, she thanked me. She was like, thank you so much, Catherine, for having this class today. I'm so happy to come. And she's like, honestly, she told me plain as day, like the universe has your back and sends you messages in many different ways. She told me, if you had never had this class, I don't know if I would have ever taken a class. She's like, you live so close to me and I know you. I wanted to come. I've been looking at bars classes before and I never chose one because I didn't know who the facilitator was and it was farther for me to travel, but you were right here. How could I say no? So I was like, that really made it clear to me, like, for what reason would I not talk about this and have these classes and share these tools? And people can choose what works for them, and you choose what works for you. There is no other you in the world. Oh, Hannah says this information is coming to me at just the right time. You are so welcome, beauty. Hannah, you are so welcome. I'm so happy. Yay. Okay, guys. Well, that's all I got for you today. So cheers with my blackberry bubbly. I am so grateful for all of you watching this video. And if you got something out of it, I mean, I would be so grateful if you would just share it. After I'm done posting it, if you could go to my Facebook page and just share it and be like, hey, this was a cool conversation I heard today. Maybe it could help you too, or whatever. So thank you. And bye-bye for now.